Great plan, Mary.
Yes, babe. Okay, we're ready to go here. I don't want to hold anybody up because we got lots to do tonight and lots to share and lots of recognition. And did you want to say anything else, Amy? No. Okay, so I did want to tell you in the month of business. Right, I'm gonna mute Elizabeth. On the month of March business, we had a total of 4,246 customers total on Team Mini Champions, a total of 617 partners on Team Mini Champions, and $276,835 of Juice Plus that we shared with people. So just close your eyes for a minute and imagine the numbers of lives changed, because just because you eat it one day, I love it that you're closing your eyes. Just because you eat it one day is great, but because you eat it one day and your whole family eats it one day, and then you eat it a week, and then you eat it a month, and then you eat it 12 months, and then you eat it 20 years, like my family, now we've got 4 generations eating Juice Plus in my family. So it's pretty exciting. So that's what we've done as a team of champions, people who stand in the gap for others. My name's Mary Scheer, by the way, and I am zooming in from St. Charles, Missouri. And we are recording now because for some reason Facebook has changed the rules. Oh, gee. So I'll plant the recording in the Facebook page, but we have 2 places on Facebook we gather. We gather our prospects and customers on a page called Lifestyles of Champions. And we are gathered ourselves, partners, in our team page, Team Mini Champions, and it has a logo on it that looks like that. And some of you might have gotten t-shirts. Do you have your t-shirt on, Serrano? Awesome. Okay, so I'm celebrating all the lives changed, not just today, but for years to come. How many of you have been eating Juice Plus for a year? Raise your hand. A year. Keep your hand up. 2 years. 5 years. How about 10 years? How about 15 years? Okay, how about 20 years? Okay, so just think about it. Think about lives changed. Juice Plus gets into your DNA and changes you at a cellular level. Because it's fruits and vegetables, it's not any magic potion. We just don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. So that's my my pitch, if you will, for Juice Plus, because I love it. And I want to hear from some of our leaders. They're going to talk to us about their customers and what stood out for them. And then we're going to talk about action steps at the end, what we can do, because we just had a big celebration. How many of you got to be at least on something that had to do with our Juice Plus Live the last weekend? Like, I'm not through with all the videos yet, but some of you had some parties. I got some pictures. I can't wait to post them all. I'm going to do all of that. So, yeah. So, Amy, I'm going to give it back to you, babe, because I think you got the order. Do you?
Sure thing, I do. Well, I'm just gonna do you want me to pass it over to Terry and just let her start with?
Sure.
So customers and partners and your core rank people, all that good stuff, Terry.
Well, thank you so much, Amy. Well, I first want to say that I'm the most super excited about a new national marketing director on my team, Allison Porter. And besides me being national marketing director, I'm most excited that she's a national marketing director. And so I remember years ago, Mary, you remember we were in Jersey, and I was very new, like maybe the first year or two. And, just what we've talked about, just, don't quit, right? And
Quit.
and so things did happen years ago, and then happened a few years ago when Allison first signed up. It was awesome. She was super fun. She's still super fun, obviously. She's a super younger fun then. And and so when she came back on the scene a few years ago, yeah, everything revved up in high warp speed. So congratulations, Allison. My heart is full for you. You deserve everything. So congratulations. So that brings me to separating the, your stuff from my stuff. Ah! So I don't get, look at Amy just cracked. So, it's going to look a little different from now on. So for a little while.
Making what? Dinner. What do you
Yeah.
want? No, I kind of ate a lot tonight.
I have 364 customers total. I have one new partner. I had 16 new customers this month, and I didn't have any other promotions besides National Marketing Director. Come on, right? That's the biggest promotion. So that's what I got for you, Amy.
Terry, I know you've just, Terry, you're like the mother of us all. You've been there to just groom us, and it's been such a blessing just to see, you show Allie the way, and then her do that down to her team. And anyway, brings tears. I'm really just excited. So saying that, I'm gonna turn it over to National Marketing Director Allison Porter.
Wait. We want to hear takeaway from conference and
yeah.
action steps. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But
I thought you were doing it at the end. I'm sorry. I knew I was supposed to do that. So one of my highlights from conference is always Jay Martin. And I'm missing him in person, for these last few conferences. But the thing he said today, he Hiram Green. Did you get that? What does Hiram Green mean? It sounds like a name. No, it's hire them green, right? So you can train them right. So when people say, I'm not a salesperson, you jump up and down and say, thank you, because you got a future now. And, but one thing he said he could never do without is Juice Plus, laughter, purpose, and I would add faith in Jesus Christ. But those first three are just exactly, I can't live without laughter. I obviously cannot live without Juice Plus if you knew me before. And I don't know what I would do without purpose. So anyway, those were big takeaways I always get from him. And then just always a good reminder is to find a buddy. And, Allison left me, so I'm looking for a new buddy. So yeah, that's my takeaway. That's my takeaway and my action step.
awesome.
That's what I was going to say is your action step, finding your new buddy. So Terry's looking. All right. So next up, National Marketing Director Allison Porter with Team Titanium.
Hello, everyone. It feels like we've been through all of this already. So have we not? Maybe not. Maybe not on this call. So Terry, that was very sweet. Thank you very much. And I'm so grateful for you and just the way that everything has worked out divinely, I really was thinking about this from the time I was a little girl. The person that introduced my mom to Juice Plus, who introduced it to me, has been in my life for a long time. And I had no idea what the plans were for my life back then. I was just thinking about that today. So it's just neat how that works. So we had a record-breaking month with 109 new customers. And that was due to Chelsea Anderson with 15 orders, Chris Porter and little help from his wife with 12, Amy Ibarra, a consistent contender, always in the top with 8, Jennifer Lau, again, always in the top with 6, Natalie Marie, that's Molten Power, right? Jennifer, Natalie Marie. Or is that Natalie? We have 2 new Natalies.
Natalie Bounds.
Natalie Bounds. Okay, thank you. And Sandra Loppe, each with 5. And then Cindy Davis, Jeannie Muckerman, Amy Queen, and Emily Herring with 4. and then Amy Garner and Cheryl Hagan with 3. So those are the people contributing 3 or more new customers to our team. Overall, we have 873 customers. We added 3 new teammates with a total of 116. And I wanted to give a shout out to some new qualifiers. We had, you know what, this is old, I think, because this is why we did do the new qualifiers. 3 club, April 1st, Jennifer Lout and Amy Ibarra, both new 3 clubs, which is awesome. And then new qualifiers are Kirsten Winkler, Mary Evans, and Ashlyn Armstrong. So 3 new core rank, which is really cool. And my takeaway from conference, I always say the same thing, but it's getting in the room with people. We had a lot of magic happen, being together with hearing people's stories and getting to know one another. I mean, the content from conference is always great, but the reason to get together is, I think, my favorite part. So I love that. And my next step is committing to 20 and 30 and kicking that off Saturday. It's something that scares me, that is going to be a time commitment, and it's going to stretch me and challenge me, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to do it with everybody else who's committed to it. So that's my next step.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Allie. So I will go next. I'm Amy Ibarra, Senior Sales Coordinator, and Team Ignite. So Allie covered a lot of what we had going on there with Jeannie and Mary having the orders, and also Jeannie Muckerman, Carrie Vandeven, and Mary Evans all were my 3 teammates that went into my 3 club. I was so thankful for them and excited that they're going to be doing it again this month. And they are at that core rank, which is really exciting, and where, you know, we really want to get people to be. And Team Ignite had 230 customers and 33 partners for the month of March. And at conference, I really just heard the word action over and over and over. Action is so important. And I don't know who said that. It says doubt kills action. Action kills doubt. Action creates belief. And really just being focused on action every day is my intent. And I'm going to just share something that came to me today about reaching out to people that may not have been ready last week. Last week, I did not need a windshield in my car. I had a beautiful windshield. Well, yesterday I went out and I had a crack in my windshield. So now all of a sudden I need one. And it just made me think about our Juice Plus business, how that happened to me. I was not ready for Juice Plus 1 week. And then being in a doctor's office, I was. So I really just encourage everybody to reach out to those people and just love on them, even if they told you no, it wasn't their time. And that is what I'm going to be focusing on in our 20 and 30. I'm so excited for us to do that as a team. So that's my next action step. Jennifer Lau, we'd love to hear from you.
Hey, everyone. I have my buddy Stratton on my lap tonight. So I am an SSC 3 club for Team Inspire. And just like Allison said, lots of new customers. We had 2 new partner pluses on my team, Amy Garner and Cheryl Hagan. We had a new QSC, Natalie Moldenhauer, who did that at 9 months pregnant. She actually just had her healthy Juice Plus baby last Tuesday, I think, Bryson John, and he's so cute. And she has an amazing story. I hope she shares in our team page with all of you how Juice Plus impacted her pregnancy journey. Let's see, what else was I going to say? My 3 club, that the people that poured into my 3 club were Kadacia Shrimp, Emily Hearing, and Kirsten Winkler. So I had 248 customers, 22 teammates, and then our pay line was 15,034. So my biggest takeaway from conference was all the celebrations and surprises. It's just like the little things, like showing up at my house, because, you know, we didn't get to go to conference and Mary would normally do this, but I had flowers on my doorstep and I'm like, why do I have flowers? Oh, they're for Mary and Steve. And then emails with surprise gifts from Terry. And then gifts that Allison already gave me a couple weeks ago. And I think I love receiving the gifts, but I also love giving them. And I think our team getting together, having the party and giving out our small gifts that we gave everyone, and just so many achievements. We had such an awesome turnout at Kadesha Shrimp's house, different people Friday and Saturday. I don't even know what our total number was. I know there was at least 15 to 20 there each day, and some were new and some couldn't make it both days. So that's my favorite part, I think, is the community. And if you did not listen to Rachel Smart, she was amazing. She definitely had me in tears. And I forget that we can share this. So I shared that with my husband last night. So I encourage you to share some of that with your spouses, because normally we don't have recordings to do that. And I would say my action step is also committing to 20 and 30, which, just like Allie, it scares me a little bit. And I have to move my whole house and go somewhere different by June 4th. So plenty of things going on, but I'm excited about it and excited for the challenge.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, they say we grow through action and being committed. So that's what 20 and 30 is about. We're going to do it scared and come out even stronger. So Karen Meseral, I will turn it over to you. It sounds like you all had an amazing party this weekend.
We did. We did a destination event in Wichita and had a great turnout. It was fantastic. Everyone had a really, really fantastic time. And I'm going to do my team, Team Tenacity, as well as Jeanette's. We're Team Tenacity is part of Team Bless under Jeanette Wilson, because it's too windy for her to speak where she's at. So we'll go through these and then I'll tell you more about my takeaways and things like that from conference. So for Team Tenacity, we have a total of 294 customers, and then we feed into Team Bless has 670. And new customers for the month of March, we had 15 new customers, and Team Bless had 40 new customers. And partners with 3 or more orders was myself, Brianna Buell, Danielle Stish, and Sherry Allison. And then also for Team Bless then was Zane Wilson and Leticia DeCaney. And then qualified for the teams for Team Tenacity, myself, of course, Brianna Buell, Danielle Stish, Sherry Allison, and then for Team Bless, also Patty Hamill, Leticia DeCaney, Alexandria Wilson, and of course, Jeanette Wilson. Yeah, so we had a little bit different group each day at the house, but mainly the same people. But we had a couple people leave and then some people that were able to come for the party and things. And so again, community, like was already mentioned, is definitely a huge takeaway. But I am the person who loves NMD speeches and really missed that part of conference. So the only NMD speech that my people heard was Allison Porter's speech at the Mini Champions team party. And so for me and for that part of it, like I so appreciated the team party and the recognition that everybody got to do. I got to give Danielle her 5-1 money and make a big deal about that. But hearing Allison's NMD speech was definitely a highlight for sure. So wanted to be sure and let you know that because we totally missed the NMD speeches. And then my action step, I guess, is twofold. I have been trying to kind of figure out Instagram. I'm not done watching all the trainings on that, but one of the people gave a really great verbiage for what to say when you message somebody on Instagram, because I know a lot of people are building businesses on there, and that's something that I've been trying to dabble in as I've been growing my business. So definitely being more intentional with Instagram, and will also be participating in the 20 and 30. So I will turn it back over to you, Amy.
Karen. And do we have Lisa Howe on tonight, Mary?
No, she's not here.
All right. So how about Lisa Maddock? What's going on with your team?
Hey guys. Okay, so I'm going to give another shout out because now we're recording. So James and Linda, do you guys just want to wave? They are sweet, sweet couple from church. They've actually sat behind us for years now, but just got on board with Juice Plus. They're new partner pluses on our team. So I'm so glad that they're here. So conference was a little bit of a blur for me. I actually ended up with COVID right before conference. So I think my biggest takeaway, as simplistic as this sounds, my biggest takeaway for conference is just the power of nutrition and having Juice Plus in my body for as long as it's been, for almost 16 years now, that I was able to show up and actually like participate and watch conference. So that's amazing because COVID is no joke for real. I'm still recovering. So on our team, we have 3 qualifiers. So Leah Sheeter, Marla Travis, and Vienna Childers. POB, we have Leah Sheeter. We have 263 customers on our team. I'm just reading Team Truth, not Team Whole. And then I just want to say our pay line for Team Truth was 15,617. And we had 3 new Juice Plus partners. And that was Linda and James, and then Nicole Hardy. And then Team Whole had their own customers. So my takeaway or my next step for conference is healing my body, and thank you God for Dr. Feidelson. If anyone, that's a shout out to our Juice Plus doctor, Dr. Feidelson. She's taking really good care of me to recover, and then I'll be back with some next steps. How about that?
Sounds great, Lisa. Well, I'm glad to see you in good spirits and just continue to feel better. Mary, I just want to say thank you for everything you and Steve did for the conference, for the t-shirts and the 5-1 money and all the gifts and the presents, everything you do to bless all of our lives on here. And thank you for saying yes. So we were in a training today, and this is what I really got out of it is, you said yes so many years ago, and you really had no clue the impact that it was going to make on all the lives of everyone on this call. And today my vision was really expanded in that is, I said yes to a product, I said yes to a mission, and there are so many people that I don't even know yet that their lives are going to be changed because of Juice Plus. And it gives me chills and it blesses me. And I cannot wait to meet those people. So thank you, Mary, for saying yes.
You are so welcome. And honestly, I really do want you all to close your eyes again. And if you haven't seen the picture that I sent everybody, or I did on some PowerPoint or something, my son's deployed right now, and it was all a whole line of Marines from one side of the picture to the other waiting to eat breakfast. I mean, it was hundreds and hundreds of Marines standing in line. So I want you to close your eyes and think about your hundreds and hundreds of people that you know or that you don't know yet that are waiting, because most of the 716 people that are sharing Juice Plus on our team, were not on my memory jogger. They were not. My family was not interested. I had lots of people go in the witness protection program once they got started, but y'all stuck around. Y'all are the champions. So you've got more of those kinds of people waiting for you. They're either going to do a little bit or a lot. And we embrace people for where they're at, because you never know where they're going to go in 20 years or less. So thank you, Amy, for that. But really, honestly, y'all have such an opportunity here. And I want to show you a couple flyers, just in case. I'm not finished with the recognition on Facebook yet. I've had a few glitches in the last couple weeks, but I will get those done. Because my goal is always have that finished before we do this call. And then we're going to wrap it up with our VIP person tonight, our new national marketing director. She's going to tell us her story. And before we do that, Amy, while I'm struggling here to screen share, tell everybody what 20 and 30 is and what that looks like. And I'll be right back.
Okay, I am so excited about 20 and 30, and it took me a little bit to get there because I will say it's going to take some commitment. It is going to take a little bit extra effort, but some great things will come from that. So 20 and 30 is a program that we have with Eric Worre, and several of us are in that, and we are going to teach that program this coming Saturday, April 24th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And it's going to be focused on either 20 customers or 20 partners, whichever you choose that fits for your business within 30 days. We will be starting the program April 26th, which is next Monday, running it through May 26th. So that's the 30 days. We're going to give you a checklist so that you'll have activity to do each day for 6 days of the week. 1 day as your rest day, and just really focusing, doing action in your business. And everyone that is committed to that, to your 6 days a week, doing the checklist, the action, the 20 and 30 is going to put it into a drawing. And Mary and Steve is going to bless a person with 2 nights away, lodging paid, and 4 meals. You just have to pay for your transportation to get there. And I told the girls this weekend, I'm like, you don't even have to take your spouse. You can take your best friend if you want to. So it can be the best party ever. I'm so excited for the winner of that. I hope that you guys will consider the program. I truly believe that it will light your business up. And if you put that action in 30 days later, it's going to look completely different. So thanks, Mary.
Amen. Amen, Amy. And you need to make the decision. You need to tell the world and then figure it out. Your homework, by the way, is to go into Team Many Champions and either make a static post or a live video post about what one thing you loved at conference and what your action step is going to be. So gonna make you uncomfortable right from the get-go. So I wanted y'all to see our, this is not how I wanted it to look, but this is what I want you to see. Here's our new partners in the business month of March. I don't think we have any of them on here tonight, but if we did, I would want to hear from them. So Jamaica, Shamare, Mackenzie, Judy, Sue, Jeremy, Nicole, Christopher, Amy, Rebecca, Cheryl, Linda, welcome, welcome, welcome. And
Linda is on here, Mary.
oh, she is. Okay. What's your secret success tip, Linda? I'll stop screen sharing.
You might have to unmute, Linda, so you can talk. This is their first Zoom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
What is the question? What am I trying to answer?
Do you have a success tip for us in your Juice Plus business so far? Because we're always students here. We're always learning.
No, I mean, we just started.
What made you start then? What
Ooh,
made you decide to get started?
for our health, better health.
Health is the main reason that we started to get involved and, getting a better quality of life, basically.
Okay, and why'd you decide to share it? Because you could give Lisa all your customers.
Well, this is week 1 of taking the product, so.
All right, all right. So, so you have an idea of who you want to share it with?
Well, just, starting family, I guess, is your
Yep. Yeah.
thing. So that's basically the first start. But, we mainly got into it for the health side of it and, the business, side of it be something that, will grow through the future, into the future. But, so we kind of have to get our feet underneath us to know what the product is and stuff like that, and everything. So that's kind of what we're working on at this point. It'll be something we'll grow into, I'm sure.
Well, good for you. It is a series of educational exposures. And I remember 20 years ago, the hairdresser that introduced me handed me a cassette tapes were big back then. We don't have those anymore. I don't think I have any anymore. But she gave me 13 cassette tapes with 13 different doctors, and I wore them out in my car. So I love the information. And then I learned that there was a community that went along with it. And it was like the cherry on the top. So welcome to the two of you, thank you for sharing tonight. For sure. All right. And then all those people have sponsors. And then we talked about the people that added, I'm going to try to get this open again. New customers. Oh, there it is. Holy moly. I don't feel so bad. The call I was on today, she had a few struggles too. So top customers, you heard some of these names already. These are people that had 3 or more customers on our team in the business month of March. So I guess if you're in sales, this would be called a leaderboard. We're not having a contest here, but just so you know, when you get started, 3 trios get you to the first commission level and 12 gets you to the second commission level. Oh, look at there. It's going to go, it's going to move for me. So then, so these are all the people, give them a hand, that shared Juice Plus with more than 3 people or more. So there you go. And then our top sponsors, if I can get that open. How about if I share this instead? Because our sponsors are the people that Lisa Maddock is one of them. So I'll let y'all raise your hands if you sponsored somebody this month. But this is the elephant, not the elephant in the room, but the elephant we call our business, and we eat the elephant one bite at a time. And so that's what we do. Our commission levels, our leadership levels, and one step at a time. So we had a new qualifying sales coordinator. That is our core rank right here. And when they're qualified, we call that a qualifying sales coordinator with a qualified business. I know that sounds redundant, but that's what we call it. So this is the spot we want to help you get at when you're brand new. So how many of y'all are sponsors of new distributors this month? Raise your hand if you sponsored somebody new. Where's Terry Schultz? She went away. All right, there you go. Awesome. So the way we're going to wrap this tonight, you know about next steps. You know that the conference, by the way, is still available for about a 30-day period. So you have that much time to review everything. And now I'm going to ask Allison to, I don't know if you want to stand up or not, Allison, but I do want you to tell your story, your NMD story. And I do hope that at some point we get to see it from the main stage. So,
well, if I stood up, you wouldn't be able to see my face. I have a teacher on. I've been running to soccer all evening, and I wasn't thinking about maybe trying to look a little nicer for this tonight. So I'm just going to sit, but I'm going to sit up straight. Okay.
sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much. So I basically, you know, I'm a mom of 3 girls, and as any parent can relate, being a parent means making sacrifices. And one of the biggest sacrifices that I made was leaving a job that I love because I just simply love my kids more. Due to a commuting and a job change for my husband, our kids were going to be in daycare 11 hours a day. And I really didn't see any other option than to leave where I was and take a job closer to home, which was a job that left me feeling unfulfilled and lacking purpose. But on top of that, I took a substantial pay cut that I did not have the opportunity to make up. I knew in my heart that there was something that I could do that I was passionate about, that paid well and allowed time flexibility, but I really didn't know what that was because it sounds too good to be true. So I was looking for this thing, this magical thing. And that's when I thought, maybe I will do a little bit more with my Juice Plus business. I have this in my back pocket. I knew that my family would never, ever, ever be without it. From improvement in allergies, asthma, blood pressure, and heartburn, to healthy pregnancies, babies, and kids, to diet and mindset changes, to learning to advocate for our own health. There's really no way to put a price tag on the knowledge and health benefits that this community and this product has given us. So I started consuming Juice Plus and sharing it with others 15 years ago in June. And I really had no vision to take it any further than that. I just wanted to pay for my own product. I love, I think it was Lisa's new partner here said, I just started, you know, we just want to be healthy. That's exactly why I started. And I think most of us did too, is to help pay for our own product. So making an income at my job, I was proud of what I was making at my other career. I couldn't see how selling $75 a month trios was ever going to pay the bills, honestly. And I just didn't understand that. So I didn't really know how helping others, you know, again, 109 customers on our team this month, and only a few of those were my own. That's where the power comes in. And I didn't understand that. When I started showing up though and treating this like a business, I started to get rewarded for my efforts, and I was getting a raise every month. And I hadn't had a raise for 3 years at my day job. So it really expanded my vision to the possibilities of what this could be for our family. And I will say it started with a decision. I'll also add that it started with a decision made at conference. So that's why I'm so big on conference. I just think it's so important, and events, any event you can get to. But I decided that I want to make more income and more impact with Juice Plus. I had no idea how to do that. So I started just by showing up and became engaged. I did that by myself. I don't mean by myself as in I didn't have support. I mean, I didn't have my own team to come along with me for a long time. I was just the student. Showing up though did allow me to build a substantial customer base. And as I learned more, I got really passionate about the message and the mission that we have. Well, then I made another decision. It was time for me to build a team. And again, I didn't know what that looked like, but I did learn that when you show up, you learn, and when you bring others, you earn. So I just worked really closely with Terry and Mary. I connected them with everyone that I could. I used their expertise to help me grow. I really felt so strongly that this was the difference that I was called to make, that 4 years ago, I quit my job to build this business. And I was able to replace my net income in the first year. I really don't think that that's a thing for too many other traditional businesses, that you can, you know, be ahead so quickly. So I thought that was awesome. I get to continue to build my business as I work around my family's very hectic schedule. And I mean, it just all sounds perfect and easy, right? I mean, that's just it. That's it. No, just kidding. So I'll just tell you what you kind of have to go through. You have to be willing to work hard. You have to want to make a difference to help others be successful, because it really does take everyone. You can't do it by yourself. You build leaders, which also means that you're growing and learning on working on yourself and growing along with them. You show up even when you don't want to, and you have to teach and learn hard lessons, like never canceling an event, even when every single one of your people who are supposed to come cancels at the last minute, and maybe only one person shows up. It's just that you learn to not do those things. That's what I was taught, and that's what I teach. Then you celebrate, because you realize there's power in one person, and they made all the difference that you needed that night. And then when you stick with it long enough, people who bailed on you, they come back when you least expect it. It's hard to stay positive on the days when your team is having a tough time and you struggle to find the words to get them through it, but it really does humble you. And it's hard when your friends don't understand what you're doing, or why you would want to leave your security of your job to do something more. And then you get rewarded with friends who want to run with you and do this with you. It's hard when you miss a deadline, because you were working on a deadline for your next goal, but then you realize it set you up to help someone else go through the exact same thing, because it happens to all of us. It's hard to stay focused when the kids are home for the summer, and it's worth it when you get to pick them up every single day and be more active in their life than most other jobs allow. I should say right after school, I always picked them up every day, but sometimes it was when it was dark out. It takes time to learn new skills, and you get to develop personally because of it. It can be emotionally draining to build people up and put their insecurities to rest, and over time you're building leaders. It takes a strong why to not quit when times are hard, and the rewards are plentiful if you stick with it. So your decision has the power to make a difference in the lives of people that you haven't even met, which is what we were just talking about earlier, and change the legacy of your family and other families that you don't even know exist. You get to be creative, have a voice, and build people up. and we get to earn a significant income and give our family options. You get to choose how you spend your days and what do you say yes to, and you get to find what is important to you and hold that vision through the tough times. And it all starts with a decision. And that's how I did it, I guess.
Wow. Well, everybody unmute yourselves and tell Allison thank you for the journey. She's paving the way
Thank
for all of
you.
us.
Thank you, Allison, for sharing.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Awesome story, awesome story.
Thank you, Allison.